Let's get right into it. Number 7. Vampire bat saliva for stroke victims. There's a tiny vampire out there saving human brains. And I'm not talking about some Twilight nonsense. Real vampire bats have this insane superpower in their spit. When they bite, their saliva keeps blood flowing like a river. No clots, no stopping. Scientists saw this and their minds exploded with possibilities. Here's why this matters. When you have a stroke, it's usually because a blood clot is choking your brain. Every second counts. Brain cells start dying by the millions. Normal treatment? You've got maybe 3 hours before permanent brain damage sets in. Miss that window, you're looking at paralysis, speech problems, or worse. But this bat spit protein, which is called desmodeplase, gives doctors 9 whole hours. That's triple the time to save your brain from turning into dead tissue. Regular clot-busting drugs are like using dynamite to clear a blocked pipe. Sure, the clot's gone, but so is half your plumbing. This vampire spit, it's like a precision laser. It melts only the clot, leaving healthy brain tissue untouched. The protein is so specific, it ignores everything except the exact clot that's killing you. It's like having a GPS-guided missile for blood clots. Number 6. Drinking silver for infections. Before antibiotics existed, people were so desperate to fight infections, they literally drank liquid metal. They would drink something called colloidal silver. Tiny particles of actual silver floating in water. Sounds like something an alchemist would cook up, right? But it worked. The silver would nuke bacteria on contact. Infections that meant certain death would clear up. Here's the catch though. Drink too much and your skin turns blue. Forever. Not a subtle blue tint. We're talking full Smurf mode. Your entire body becomes a permanent cosplay of Papa Smurf's long-lost brother. The condition's called argyria. Once that silver gets under your skin, it's there for life. No cure, no reversal. You're blue until you die. But people were so terrified of infections, they'd risk it. Better blue than dead, right? Number 5. Fish skin grafts for burn victims. Picture this. You wake up in a Brazilian hospital with burns so bad your skin looks like melted plastic. The doctor walks in and says, "We're gonna wrap you in fish skin." You'd think you're trapped in some twisted nightmare, right? But they're dead serious. And they're using tilapia skin, yeah, the same fish that was probably on your dinner plate last Tuesday. Tilapia skin is basically nature's Band-Aid on steroids. It's loaded with collagen, the exact same stuff that holds your skin together. When doctors slap it on burns, it becomes a living shield. Normal burn treatment is pure torture. Nurses rip off your bandages every single day, and each time feels like they're peeling off what's left of your skin. Patients literally scream in agony. But fish skin, they put it on once and leave it there for weeks. No daily torture sessions, no screaming. The pain drops so much that patients can actually sleep. And burns that normally take 1 month to heal, they're closing up in 2 weeks flat. This whole thing started because Brazilian hospitals couldn't afford the fancy burn treatments. They were desperate, so they looked at fish waste and thought, what if? They sterilized that fish skin so hard it's cleaner than a surgeon's hands. You can't smell fish. You can't taste fish. The only giveaway, those scale patterns that temporarily make you look like you're cosplaying as Aquaman's broke cousin. Number 4. Electric shock therapy for depression. Your brain is like a computer stuck in an endless crash loop. Nothing works. Every antidepressant has failed. You can't remember what happiness feels like. Then your doctor suggests electrocuting your brain. Here's what happens. They knock you out cold. Then they stick electrodes on your head and trigger a controlled seizure. Your brain literally reboots itself. During that seizure, your brain goes into overdrive. It dumps massive amounts of feel-good chemicals. Serotonin, dopamine. It's like your brain suddenly remembers how to be happy. Doctors stumbled on this by pure accident. Back in the Depression, like someone flipped a switch. Modern electric convulsive therapy is nothing like those horror movies. You're unconscious, you feel nothing. The whole thing takes 15 minutes and you wake up with zero memory of it happening. The success rate is insane. While antidepressants work for maybe 60% of people, electric convulsive therapy works for 80 to 90%. And it works fast. We're talking days, not months. Electric convulsive therapy makes your brain produce something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Basically, miracle grow for brain cells. It doesn't just reset your mood, it helps your brain physically rebuild itself. New connections form, dead zones come back to life. Your brain literally grows its way out of depression. One controlled shock, and suddenly life has color again.